You're taller than me.
Nailed it.
Big step, huh?
You look awesome, Husko. Who gives my sister weight to be here? First off, I want to start off by welcoming everyone here today. It's an honor and privilege to stand up here and be able to perform the ceremony for my sister and Jeff. Hopefully this one will be a little more personal than some of the other ones that you've seen. Hopefully I won't start crying. My aunt definitely thinks I'm going to do that. So to start off, I thought it would be nice if we learned a little bit about the first day. Yeah, if you guys can please sit down.
Thank you, JJ.
So I thought it'd be nice if you learned a little more about the day that Jeff and Tony first met. So I actually asked them both to send me an email with a description of it. Jeff did a much better job. You'll hear why. So it was a Saturday in July at a pool party at the owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were invited by some mutual friends, David, who's in the groomsman, and Krista, a friend who's also here. Jeff said Tony actually picked him up and he didn't have a chance to properly introduce himself. He even described what Tony was wearing. She had a white swimsuit cover-up, and she said she looked absolutely gorgeous. He said there were over 400 people at the party, but he was only interested in talking to one person, my sister, Tony. Tony described the day in a similar way. She said they had a great time on the water slide in his backyard, and mentioned some of her friends that were there with her, Allie, Kathy, Belinda, Krista, Ashley, and Allison. She said they ate at a taco bus and then went sailing with Jeff's brother after. So more about why I wanted us to learn more about the day they first met in a little bit. But now Tony and Jeff are going to exchange their vows that they actually wrote for each other.
Tony, I will be yours in times of plenty and in times of want, in times of sickness and in times of health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow, in times of failure and in times of triumph. I will always be honest with you, kind, patient, and forgiving. I promise to love you, cherish and respect you, to care and protect you, to comfort and encourage you, to stay with you, and to root for the Cleveland Browns from this day. And wherever we go, I promise to be there, holding your hand and telling you I love you. You're my best friend, and you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I give you my heart and my love. Thank you for marrying me.
Go Browns. That's what I got out of that.
My email's entitled Vows, by the way. I love you for your sincerity and goodness. I love your compassion for others. I love how you make me laugh. And I love how thoughtful and considerate you are. I love you for being a Browns fan, even though you know I'll never root for the Dolphins. I love how smart you are and your constant desire to learn. I love how important family and friends are to you. I love your positive attitude and that you always look for the good in others. Many days I feel I can't love you more, and on this day especially. So today I give you my heart, my future, and my promise to appreciate you and your love for the rest of our lives.
Now we're going to do the staging rings. These rings are a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and no end. No giver, no receiver, for each is the giver and each is the receiver. May these rings always remind you of the vows you have taken today. Tony, take Jeff's hand. Tony, take Jeff's hand and place the ring on his finger. Jeff, do you take this ring as a sign of your eternal love to Tony?
I do. I'm here, babe. I'm here.
Jeff, take Tony's hand and place this ring on her finger. Do you take this ring as a sign of her eternal love? We are now going to perform a ceremony that represents the unity and blending of the Husk Pro and Campbell families. Before each of you, there's a container of sand. Each represents the separate journeys you once were on, as well as your own sets of friends and families that were once apart. In a moment, I will ask you for both to blend your individual containers of sand together, representing the coming together of your families and friends through marriage into one. I now ask that you blend your containers of sand together. As the sand is blended together, your lives are now joined. Your separate journeys through life are now one. Your friends and family are now one as well. For now you will share those with who you are in your lives and will walk hand in hand together along your path of marriage. So in closing, I want to get back to why I wanted us to learn more about the day that Tony and Jeff first met. As we all know, Jeff's father passed away last year, and that's obviously not something good, but this is a day of celebration. But I wanted to bring something up. Before he passed, he sent an email to Jeff and Kevin, and in the email were a bunch of general thoughts that he tried to do and things that he tried to do every single day. And it was truly an amazing thing, and I was really glad that Tony shared it with us. So I wanted to take just one small piece of that and read it to you guys today. Jeff's father wrote, "People and events come into our lives for reasons. Sometimes we know why immediately. Sometimes we may never know. Timing may not always be our choice either, but we also seldom see the big picture. It is critical that we look for the good in every circumstance or person we run into. There is always something beneficial we can gain or learn if we remain open and receptive." I, like everyone here, am very happy that Jeff took his father's advice that day he met my sister Tony. Because that day there was absolutely something beneficial in that meeting, and that's why we are all here celebrating. So it was now with great privilege and honor that I pronounce you both husband and wife. Jeff, make this.